Uh, um, Hello guys. Good evening from this side, and I hope you're doing well, and I hope you are also learning a lot from um, your chats, both from other places, your own strategy, and also from this my particular channel. Anyhow, you choose any place you've learned from is good. All right. So today I'm talking about a trade analysis that we did a long time ago, and that was on the 25th of January. Right there, I posted it, Jump 25 on the 12th hour, right there. So from there, this was the full analysis right here. So we're happy to explain that, and then we come to talk to the outputs right here. All right, so I we get to explain everything that happened right here, and so we're going to derive. So synthetic indices. So I'll be logging in right now. So we are going to what page that jump 10, right? All right. So first thing first, like I always talk about structure. Start from your higher time frame to know your what, to know your bias. So right now we are on the daily time frame, but you can like run down to your monthly time frame to know your bias, and you know your overall bias. You zoom out, then you know overall bias is what, bearish. So there is no sign of bullish anything on the chart. So excuse me for a while. I'll be back in a few. All right, I'm back. So now you zoom out. That was the first thing you have to do, and you're looking from where your higher time frame. I don't know why I keep on repeating this all the time, that your higher time frame is the most important thing you need to start from. Then lower time frame, all right? Look at the bigger picture first before you look at your smaller picture. So we notice that we have a favorable gap, right? We have a CB, all right? Sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, and price run to the 50% of that. Now, I always say that I always end up on the daily time frame because it gives me a clean structure that I would love to see. So from the monthly, you can run down to your weekly time frame. You know your bias is bearish, and I know most traders are willing to buy from this area in the sense that they can't mark their structure and they find it difficult to mark structures. So they see this right here has a break of market structure, and they say they're having a shooting trend. No, that is not true. That is not true. The high we're expecting to see has a breakout structure to confirm your structural change is this high right here. And now we have this high printed. You can also be watching to see this high broken right there. So now you have that high right there, and you have this breakout structure right here. So this is your major high. This high gave this low. All right. So using this as a breakout structure, that is not a valid area. All right. There is not a structure. So now from the weekly, we run down to our daily chart, and that was why I saw a clean market structure. Now, what am I seeing on my market structure? Now we get to start marking. Sorry about that. So we get to start marking. So I'm going to copy this right here. So we get to mark that the market traded lower, right? And we have relative low right here. If you go back to the analysis right here, I have relative low. So we have sell stop, sell side liquid to pull also. And you can see how I mark my structure. I mark my high, my low, my high, my low, my high, my low equals, and we now have a failed high right there. So we're having a high, all right? So after the high, we have, let's go back to our chart. So right here, we have our high right here. So this is the area you get to see you have a breaker structure. But really, like, come on guys, are you going to see this and say this is a breaker structure? Like, think about it. And you say you have the confirmation to buy at this demand right here. Like, really guys, are you sure about that? Your higher time frame is the key, all right? This is not your breaker structure, and besides, this market is ranged right here before it traded lower, right? So we have our high, and we have our high or low, we have the impulsive high, right? Impulsive swing high, and we still trade lower to have this low, and we have this high, we have this low right here. Then we also have this high right here, and normally when we see this high, like if the market is going higher, we expect it to buy at an area of demand. We be waiting for this high to be broken before we buy the area of demand. And if we are to sell at an area of supply, we'll be waiting for this low to be broken before we will be selling at our area of order block supply. So what really happened? Price traded higher, and when you trade higher, what did it do? It traded into a fair value gap right there. So it balanced price right there. And so I am safe to say I'm executing my trade without being in an area of liquidity. And then we now have our failed high right here. All right. Now we expect to see a break of market structure of our major low, this low right here, before we're willing to look for other block to sell from. So from that high, we can also get to see that we saw a internal structure was formed in the range of our major highs and low. So we have this high and we have this low. Sorry about that. And now we get to see what happened right here. You get to see a stop hunt right here, right? So we zoom, and I will mark this right here and label that area as what? I label the area has stop hunt, alright? So I have my stop hunt right there, or from my daily time frame. So now seeing a stop hunt, what am I waiting for? I get to see my channel character occur, right? Now price traded lower and it reversed immediately. So how does it reverse immediately? It balanced price right here, like it filled a fair value gap right here before it traded lower, before we get to see trade lower to give us the trader character. So we are now looking at the other block that was responsible to break this low to give us a trade of character, and it traded lower to give us a break of market structure right here, right? So price to trade lower, and we have areas of liquidity right here. So we have figure like a draw to liquidity right here. Areas where we have in say our liquidity pool. So still right now to the lower time frame, and right here this is what we have on a lower time frame, and this candle is an interesting candle. So I tell my students about this candle, and that is the secret. I am not going to say this on this channel. So the candle is interesting, and you know, this whole of these two by candle, that is our daily time frame of the block. Most of you might find right here has the other block, but you get to notice that price did not tap the other block before it sells, like it missed the 12-hour order block, and the reason is because of this candle right here. So that's by the way. We have the order block, the whole of the daily order block. So most times you find in your order block, price don't tends to get to that area most times. All right. So that is the problem with that. So we saw that you can see that you have this demand right here, because most of you will say that you have a breaker structure right here and be waiting to buy at this demand right here, and price came to that area, started to consolidate, and it violated the demand. It put back to mitigate the last candle that was responsible to violate the demand. So it cleared fair value gap and imbalanced the price and mitigated the last candle, which is area supply, that violated a demand. Or you can still say this whole consolidation, that's area of supply, and that is your bearish order block. All right. So we mark that area, and it traded lower. Now this was the order block that were responsible to do what? Break a structure, right? We were responsible to change the character. It was responsible to break our major low right here. So we have a break market structure, and they will now start to conduct our liquidity assessment, right? So conducting our liquidity assessment, we have first of all, we have our inducement. So we do know the price, we have to come back to that area and do what? A stop hunt. So it's very, very important when you're having a point of interest. You should be looking for area of liquidity. You should conduct liquidity assessment. And here we have a figure zone right here. So you can see me using my arrow to mark areas where price is to hunt and we have our figure zone right here. So we're having significant support to resistance flip, right? So it traded lower, give us a break of market structure right here, and it traded lower to do what? Give me liquidity right here. And most of you traders might be looking to say, all right, I'm buying at this other block, but you should know that your bias is bearish. All right, you're looking from your higher time frame. So this right here is not going to hold for a long time because you have your major structure: high, low, high, low, high, low, failed high, bam. So you should take note of that. And what happened? Price trade into our daily order block, and also the interesting candle talking about. And you can still say, yeah, the Mitrans, it also traded into our breaker block right here. So you have many confluence to your order block. So I don't just trade order block blindly. I trade order block with confidence, all right? Because that is something most people don't tell you about order block. Like they'll tell you is the last buy candle before the impulsive move or the broad structure, is the last sell candle before the impulsive down the broad structure. No, 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 no. Don't do that like that. Because if so, you keep on failing. You not having a valid order block just like this one, and you're now looking at this one also has an order block, and now you get to say you have a breaker structure right here, and you say, oh, I'm gonna buy from this demand. There's an order block. Yes, I'm gonna buy that area, but you notice that you don't even notice that you're not on your higher time frame, and you're even at the area of liquidity. You have sell stop below you, and this is not a real structure. And you have your structure right here: high, low, high, low, high, low, fell high, and we have a structural break. The overall bias was what? Bearish. So what did the market do? The price put back, and it traded into our daily order block, traded into our mini confluence that we had right here. All right, so you see how the market played out. It went straight to the area, gave us a sniper right there, and it traded over to our target. So swing trading is fun. Like you get to, now let's go to our daily time frame to see how many days the price came there, and we have first day, second day, or let's say start from here. So we have 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 days, 6 days, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, almost a month. So this is no, like almost a month. We're holding this pair to take profit, which is area liquidity, and you can see how price delivered to that area, and it was nicely swing, right? So that is the fun. That is the fun, and that is just what I wanted to show you guys. Also, because I'm a swing trader, so I will only visit once in a while. All right, so I don't trade all the time, and look at that. Look at that. Now look at me looking at from 30 minutes. I was looking at my sell entry right here, looking at my trade right here. Like this long run, like it gives me joy all the time. All right, it gives me a lot of joy. So that played out for jump 10, and there are other pairs I posted on Facebook. Yeah, so also I have a recent one right here. I don't know if I posted this one, but I also took a trade right here. This one is what's it called? VIX 10. So you can all see all my trades are on live. All right, so I don't we trade live trading. So now I'm going to explain this one. I don't know if I did explain it on my before, but I'm going to explain it again. So the fun of swing trading, and all right, I think that was my mentorship I mentioned. I talked about this based on me explaining other blocks that's not valid and fair value gaps that are not valid. So that was why you saw these markings right here. So I talk about this other block not being valid. We have it in the area of liquidity, and someone looking at here on the lower time frame and seeing this as a breaker structure. This compressed liquidity has a structure, they failed, and someone also looking at this saying they trade a fair value gap, price violated them because this is not the area you're supposed to trade. All right, and also someone looking at this area fair value gap and they say they have a demand. They failed because they are not looking on the bigger picture, right? They're not focusing on their market. They are like, I want to go on a lower time frame. I want to scalp. I want to day trade, and they find themselves find themselves having losses, and I start asking yourself, why are you doing wrong? You're doing a lot of things wrongly. All right, that is just it. So about this one, let's go to a monthly time frame, and I think I explained this one based on you know trading in a range of highs and lows, and I think I explained it. So right here we have buy sell liquidity pool. Price took it out, it traded lower to take liquidity from here, put back up to also grab liquidity from here. So what am I be targeting right now? I'll be drawn to, it should trade back to the lower to take this liquidity resting here. So I think that was the area where I was having my take profit. Nope, I was having take profit right here. I can still extend that to this area, and I'll be targeting what, $275. So that is by the way. And now you see how I started from a higher time frame to know my bias, and I know the overall market is bearish all the way, and now I'm in a range right now. Still have to know what price is in, since I know it took liquidity from here, to liquidity from here, to liquidity from here. The next target has the IPDA, is that it should go for sell stops. So I have the sell stop right here, and I also be looking at this area right here. So I run to my daily time frame, do this quickly. So I saw a clean structure printed for me right here, and you can all see right here we have this high, low, failed high. And when my failed high, what am I having? My order block, right? So I conduct liquidity assessment, fake out zones, trade line as I take profit, and refining. I quickly run down to 6 hours. That was where I saw my order block and my valid order block, and that was where I took my entry right here. And this one you see here is a confirmation entry, and I didn't get to enter this one. I would have entered multiple position, like enter the first confirmation, second confirmation, third confirmation right here, and then the fourth confirmation right here. So that is just it, and I hope that makes sense. And I would like and appreciate you guys to, like, you can go and check my Facebook page. I talk about Bitcoin, and you see how Bitcoin hits the target I told you guys to be drawn to, which is to $25,000. So it went right here, and yeah, talk about this. This is very important, and I gave educational posts on Facebook. I am always active on Facebook, and yeah, and that is my favorite artist. So that is it, and yeah, this is it. So I talk about VIX10 here. I have already posted it, and this was the before, and this was the after. And this one right here, for educational purpose, we have to talk about stop hunt plus the breaking, change your character, breaking market structure, liquidity assessment, and the other block sale price came to that area, tap and rally away. And yeah, retail concept was perfectly. Retail concept, you guys should not condemn the retail concept, okay? There are cases where it worked perfectly, like you can see right here. But then you should work with it with your confirmation. So that was boom 1000. I would like to show you guys. So boom 1000 right here. So this is it. And what did you notice? Now remember, I don't know, okay, I shared this with the free session. Now this is it right here. Price start the order block and rally, and what am I to target? Liquidity right here, and then this major high right here. But what happened to that high when price get here? What happened to that high is that it did not break structure. It was purging that high, grabbing liquidity right there. So that means you might get to see a reversal. And also, if you notice, price was running in liquidity form, all right? Liquidity form, so it left its liquidity behind because you have to come back to that liquidity. So I am not going to be buying for here either, because I know what the market is going to do, and it is overall bearish. So now price get to this high, it purged the high, consolidating on that high, and you can see how trade line works here, right? Right here, it came to this area, and then you took a sell. But now, what was the confirmation to that sell? And you get to see it right here. An accumulation was occurring at that high, all right? So we had price put back to this last candle. I don't know, but I don't trade the consolidation like this. All right, so you can see the retail concept right here, break, then they start to sell, and this is the area I would like to enter right here. So, but then I didn't take this trade, but I posted it on Facebook. I was like, wow, retail concept, 1,000, play that, and we'll see that right here. The reason is because it has run out of liquidity. It just does algorithm. It was building liquidity, so it runs out of liquidity, and it has to come back to take that liquidity. It has built up all this while to grab liquidity and then do what? Find its way. So yeah, thank you guys, and my mentorship is open, so you can see is a I don't know, it's a lifetime mentorship. All right, so right here I've been posting a lot of stuff, and since you guys have been asking me for mentorship, I started on January. So you can see how I was breaking the market. So I'm trying to be a different teacher that no one's ever got. All right, so I'm trying to do something different, to give out something different, to be different and deliver what other people cannot be able to deliver. And I'm trying to be the best out of the best and give to the people something different, quite different from every other person. And we get to see me breaking the structure right here. First of all, I give introduction to SMC and market structure, and the next one, market structure 2, I get to explain the external and internal market structure. If you notice, that is what I've been explaining on this chart all the time, which is area you should be looking at from your higher time frame. And then we have me explaining channel character. I explained stop from breaking all of them down inside, because they are all packed inside the market structure, so I have to break them all right, so explaining market structure, Fed highs and lows, then now how to summarize all of this, and then retail and liquidity concept. So this is where I got to talk about the retail concept, everything about the retail concept and liquidity concept, areas of liquidity, how you can easily use liquidity to predict the algorithm and where it is likely to be drawn to, where it will run to run stops to take out liquidity. And right here it is quick explained a lot. Right here you can see all that explained right here, and you can see me saying it's gonna hunt these buy stops, in which it did. If we run down to our MT5 and we go to VIX 50s, so let's look for VIX 50s to see how it's been going. And right here on VIX 15x 1s, and we have the market consolidating right here. So right there, so the price went for buy stops but didn't like go high anymore. It always went for buy stops and is now still ranging right there. So I explained everything on the chart, and look at this right here. Look at this right here. I explained clearly what a chart character means, because most of you guys most times don't know how to mark a chart character. All right, chart character is the violation of order block. That gives you a chart of character. So we have introduction to order block, chart character, and then what is this? All right, this is the video. So we have some other stuffs, and CB by Waverly Gap, and talk about KML. So I appreciate you guys, and I hope this helps a lot. So where was I? Oh, the right. So I hope that it helps a lot. And to roll into the mentorship, my link, I'll post the link on the description. So yeah, see you guys later on, and I'll give you guys more update and more analysis to share for educational purpose. I hope you're learning a lot from all my posts. So yeah, see you guys next time.